Loading snacks.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Finisher Podcast.
Here we go. Finisher, finisher, finisher.
What's going, Marcus? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. How about yourself?
I can't complain. It's been a pretty smooth day today. But I'm ready. I'm ready to talk some things wrestling. Um, Once again, y'all, thank you for tuning in to the Finisher Podcast. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching, we greatly appreciate however you're consuming this content with us. Obviously, you must be some wrestling fans, but for those that maybe are just trying to get an idea what things are like in the wrestling world, we appreciate you guys as well too. Um, Biggest thing you can do for us, going to loadingsnacks.com is where you can keep up with all of the Loading Snacks antics. From there, you can find links to everything that we do, including our Patreon. If you feel as open as your heart can be to subscribe to a tier to help us do things over here, we would greatly appreciate it. But we're here to talk some things wrestling, and I'm ready to get in because we got a couple things on the docket, and I'm sure some things will turn into others as we start talking through this. But I want to start with, because of the fact, you know what, we are on the road to WrestleMania, and right now only thing standing between us and WrestleMania is the Elimination Chamber, which we are just over a week away from, and things are starting to heat up, and it looks like we're gonna be in for some surprises come the Elimination Chamber, and really excited to see what they can do for it. Um, right now, Marcus, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about the Chamber coming together as it right now?
It's forming. It has the potential to be a really solid card. With so far from what we know, at least for like the main events, and
Mm-hmm.
I expect some swerves happening. So it looks like it's probably going to be that jump off point to get the whole feel of okay, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that. I'm actually surprised. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pop this up for those that are watching to be able to see, but I'm gonna talk through this as well too. For the Elimination Chamber, the men's side right now, which specifically I want to talk about, we have four confirmed stars that are in it from their matches that they've done over the last few weeks. Those being Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. The biggest surprise, I can't even like. Let me be real. Javon Evans. This dude has been on fire. And I'm gonna be real with you. I was not expecting him to come out of this match where he faced Gunther, of all people who was in the middle of this match. I was for sure Gunther was going to win that match uh, and be in the chamber. But Javon Evans beat Gunther and Dominic Mysterio to secure his spot in the Elimination Chamber. Um, I honestly couldn't believe it. Between the two, like Domus had been having a great run right now with the Intercontinental and the AAA Mega Championship. There was a part of me I was like, probably not going to make main event for WrestleMania. Usually, I was like, I'm cool with that. There was a part of me with the way Gunther has been retiring stars and everything. I was like, oh, they are pushing him. He's going to have another shot at the world, or in this case, the WWE Championship. But no, Javon Evans. Um, I think for him being in the chamber is going to be very fun to see him in there and what he can do with utilizing the chamber in his arsenal. Um, but now we have a little bit more of a suspect thing that we got to talk about. Uh, Not sure if you fully caught up on Raw, but this mysterious box got delivered, and Adam Pearce was the one that really, I thought it was directly going to be for him. But the box specifically says delivered to WWE and do not open until 2/28/26, which of course is the Elimination Chamber. Now, looking at this box, obviously it looks like it's designed to hold the person in this box,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to possibly be a surprise, which is going to be super interesting because obviously I'm expecting all the spots in the chamber to get filled up with the qualifying matches. So I'm not sure if this is going to be someone that is going to actively be a part of the Elimination Chamber match, or if somehow it's just going to be inserted into the middle of this. And I want us to go and speculate a little bit on what we think this could actually be. Obviously, this is going to end up being a weird turn. Like, I feel like WWE hit us with one of those type of things that we're not going to think is really going to truly pay off. Uh, Obviously, the big elephant people are thinking, obviously, it's going to be Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Now, the
There's just
Chris
so many
Jericho
twos,
thing,
man. It's just so
I
many
know.
twos. It makes sense. It just makes sense. Just
It's everyone believes that it's going to be Chris Jericho. But we've now gone through a couple of events where they were for sure that Chris Jericho was going to actually show up and be a part of, that I'm not 100% sure that this is what that is going to be. By all means, I do think it's going to be some type of substantial return or entry to someone coming into the WWE. Maybe, obviously, a return. I haven't quite put my finger on outside of the Chris Jericho, someone to return. Like, I hope we're not trying to set up for like another The Rock appearance to end up happening, because right now, like, utterly destroyed things last year. We don't need another repeat of that. But now that we've seen this box on Raw, I'm guessing maybe the box is going to travel and show up on SmackDown as well too. So Nick Aldis can also see whatever said box this is. I don't know. I feel like they should open this box before the Elimination Chamber, just for the fact that, like, clearly whatever's here is going to either destroy or interrupt the plans of the chamber. But obviously, it looks like they're going to wait this out. Like, how do we feel about this mysterious box that we've been introduced to?
okay. So here's my wild theory, right? Wild theory. Wild theory. What we're all feelings, no facts. All feelings, no facts. I want it to be AJ in Bullet Club attire.
Okay, explain how this is going to work now.
All right. So they made a deal with New Japan. They got they was like, hey, we're just gonna let him rock the merch. Like, just let us do our thing. So that it's AJ. Like, he ain't leave the gloves in the ring. He ain't leave the boots in the ring. We haven't really heard anything. Like, we're just like, no, I'm not done yet. Bam. Lights go like the box drops, lights go out, the music hits, guns to the face. The ring is surrounded during Elimination Chamber. They break in, cause hectic. Someone is gonna win that match, whatever, and then they just like beat up the whoever won. Like, that's my thought process. Like, that's what I want to happen. Like,
Man,
I want it so badly. Or it's
listen.
Demon Finn. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. If it's Demon Finn, I need full on Demon Prince Devitt. Like, I need it. Like, it just
Now,
has to happen.
Demon Finn probably can make more sense. Like, I feel like if AJ shows up, like, it ruins the whole retirement gimmick. Obviously, let's be real. Professional wrestling and retirement gimmicks never stick. So it's just a matter of how they would possibly write that into it. I don't know if they would go the route of like the Mr. America thing, where AJ shows up in the box and he has like on a mask, and you're not supposed to know that it's AJ Styles. I could see something like that potentially. It would make a lot of people happy knowing that AJ is still going to be around for a while, but it's hard to say. Like, I haven't looked at the alumni page. I don't think AJ's been moved to the alumni page. So it seems like my guess is I think his contract is supposed to at least be through February. So I don't think we'll see any significant change on that front until we get through the end of the month. Now, it's not to say that maybe he signs a new contract and he's no longer AJ Styles and he goes down the route of just using like his real name or using some other alias. Like maybe he does come back as Allen. I don't know. But right now, I feel like the Jericho thing is I feel like that should be on the shelf. I think at this point now, if Jericho is going to come back, I think we'll see Jericho at Mania. Obviously, he's not going to be in the big middle of everything right now. It's really difficult to bring someone. I don't want to say new, like obviously Jericho's no has much history with WWE, but it's hard to bring someone into the mix now when we're so close to Mania that it kind of interrupts certain stories that are going on, and I don't know if they want to make that confusion. I could see them maybe pulling them what they did with Cody Rhodes, somebody that doesn't have an opponent at Mania that like issues an open challenge. Chris Jericho shows up and answers the challenge. I feel like something like that potentially would be the play. Cause don't get me wrong, when you announce someone like Jericho showing up, that is going to put more eyes on it. And I know right now WWE it's a little bit of issue. I know with selling tickets for Mania for a multitude of reasons. Number one reason being the prices of the damn ticket itself. Like quick sidebar, I think you may have saw the post that I put up that WWE has apparently banned places from doing watch parties within I think it was like a 50-mile radius of the
Of the
stadium.
event. Yeah.
I'm kind of like that's a little OC because I mean someone going to a bar to watch it thinking that let's ban them. If we ban them, they're just gonna buy a ticket and come. No, no, the cheapest ticket still like I think hovers right around like $500 or $600 versus going to a bar where I could buy one drink technically and be in like that's not gonna make a difference. But off a sidebar, but I think Jericho's one of those kind of you keep that surprise in the tuck, almost similar to how they did with the Hardys when they came back at WrestleMania. We knew their contract was done with like Ring of Honor and all of them at the time, and as soon as it was done, they were able to just sneak them in, just throw them in the middle of I think at the time it was like a three-way, may have been four-way already tag
It was a
team
bit of four-way.
championship
Yeah.
ladder match, and add them in. So I'm thinking that it probably won't be Chris Jericho. Then obviously we still have the masked assailant that has been
Rollins.
attacking the Vision and doing everything.
Seth Rollins.
Like rumors, thinking that it's Grayson Waller, because right now Seth Rollins it fits the bill too perfect for it to just be Seth. And if Seth comes back, Seth's not hiding behind the mask. When he's coming to attack the Vision and take them out, he's coming from them face out. Like he's not even going to worry about that. So this throws a big wrench in plans. And then at the end, it could just be. It may not even be a person in the box. It could end up just being
It could be evil.
more clues to somebody returning or something like that. It may not even be a major thing. It would be a letdown if this ended up not playing out the way that it should. But obviously, the box is not going to be opened until Elimination Chamber. It's just a matter of when does that box get opened during the chamber. Like,
As long as it's not Brock Lesnar.
I don't think it would be Brock. Brock is just going to show up. So, the thought process I'm having is somebody's not going to make it to the chamber. And right now, for the people that we have in there, Javon Evans seems like, at least out of this four that we have, could possibly be the one that gets taken out that ends up getting replaced by the potential of there being a person in the box. It would suck, but I don't know how they would necessarily make that work. Because it's not like you could just, well, let me not say that, because folks have definitely taken somebody out and went in the Rumble and took their spot. I mean, went into the chamber and taken their spot. So we know that that could be a thing. But outside of that, like, I don't have anyone I don't have anyone major. Like I don't see like Joe Hendry, obviously as NXT champion. I don't see him randomly just. There's no point for him to show up in a random box and show up at the Elimination Chamber. He can just be there. He's the NXT champion. So I'm thinking of more outside of the box plays. We know New Japan has had a lot of people that have decided to not renew
Mm-hmm.
their contracts and are starting to pursue other avenues. So possibly maybe we see someone like um, David Finlay
Yeah.
maybe showing up in there. Um, trying to get like I don't see like Takahashi. I don't think he would be big enough on a WWE stage to do something like that. I feel like him in AEW folks would go nuts. Um, it has to be. It's gonna have to be someone I feel like that is
It has to be
already
a substantial person to
yeah.
that's gonna immediately get over with the crowd or produce some
Mm-hmm.
sort of heat with the crowd. So
Because other than that, I don't think anyone like as much as I know we would. It's hard. It's hard to do it now, but I know Jay White is still, I believe, is fully under contract with AEW, and I think he still
yeah,
has a
that's not
good
happening.
chunk. So I don't see someone like he has the power that I feel like you could put in a box like that, show up on a WWE stage, and be already known and accepted. The other one, I'm gonna throw one out there for you, which I feel like has been teased for us because of the events of the Royal Rumble, with Bree showing up. Bubba or Bully Ray, depending on which one, believes that Brian Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, is potentially eyeing a doorway back into the WWE. It's hard to see that right now with him being on commentary at times.
Exactly. He was just on
Yeah,
commentary like yesterday. Like that's not happening.
I don't see that happening, but Bully is very content with
Um,
seeing that he's going to
and
end up
he's
showing back at the
retired.
WWE.
Like he said, once he loses, I'm retiring. He lost. He's on commentary.
So
Stop it.
but we know how retire. Listen, we know how retirement stuff. So he can show back up. Like even if he showed back up in some form of a mentor backstage or whatever, it can work great. But no. Then on another side, some people are like, well, maybe it's going to end up being Nick Aldis or Adam Pierce to actually show themselves in the box somehow. Uh, I don't quite think that's. I don't think that's the move to do. As much as people want to
Biggest
see the
swerve, I would say the biggest swerve it could be would be Big E. He put out his whole
no,
thing. He put out the
yeah,
whole thing, make everyone like no suspicion. Boom, comes out the box.
I
Perfect
don't
swerve.
like. I don't think it's Big E. I do believe my man has come to peace with not being back in the ring again. Like I would like to see them resolve the storyline of the New Day with him at some point. Doesn't need to be a match, but maybe him as getting Xavier and Kofi back to the positivity side of things. Like I would like to see that at some point play out, but it's not going to be a match. I think we have unfortunately seen the last of Big E physically in the ring. I would say for a good period of time. Now, I'm I'm not going to say never, because obviously we have gone through multiple people at this stage that said they would never step foot back in a
As
wrestling ring
medical
because of
techniques
energy.
improve and new technology is discovered and like new rehab methods, you never know.
So I'll never say never, because we all thought that Edge, Adam Copeland, was done and was never going to come back for him to randomly show back up at Royal Rumble. So
Same thing with Brian Danielson. We said the same thing. He wasn't coming back. He's done.
so definitely, yeah. So right now it's the mystery. I just hope that this plays out well, because we have had times where WWE has started with something, started some execution on it, and then just absolutely fall to the wayside. Like The whole R-Truth thing, great,
Travesty.
epic. I know we've talked about this. From letting them go, like, and of course, with, with the documentary and stuff that comes on Netflix now, they claim that he was always under contract, like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. R-Truth was let go. Fans wanted him back. He came back. We got the Ron Simmons gimmick that we were about to play into, and I thought that was going to be absolutely amazing for us to literally just turn it off and just go right back to R-Truth. We love R-Truth. Don't get me wrong. We love R-Truth. But there's a side to him that a lot of people do not know. And I say Ron Simmons, Jesus Christ. And
Yeah.
Ron Killings that that WWE side has never seen before. So this box has the potential of being one of those exact same moments. So I'm not fully bought into it. I think it's going to end up, I hate to say it'll end up being a lackluster of a thing. And I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to get to the chamber. He's going to open it up. And that thing is going to have a CD in there. And it's going to have a new theme song for SmackDown. Or this is the theme music for WrestleMania. I feel like it's going to end up playing and being something stupid.
The dumbest thing ever. And it's going to be like, yo, you wasted our time for this. Or
Just
this,
like
bro?
they did with that build up where, we had the random people walking, but we clearly could tell with some of the people where they were walking just for it to turn out to be a WrestleMania advertisement. It's like, I hate like that type of stuff. It's garbage, and I hope that's not what we're looking at with the mystery box. I feel like Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are going to have a discussion. I don't know if that's going to end up being SmackDown. They're going to have a conversation. Or potentially, they don't have a conversation about this box until Elimination Chamber. Two of them obviously will be in the same building because it's a co-branded show. And they're going to end up opening the box. I feel like they're going to open the box up and like all the power in the arena is going to end up going out to figure out whatever this is. But I don't know. Chamber has some interesting things in play. And we just got to see if they'll execute on it. I feel like we're going to be let down, but we could be wrong. But I do feel like we're going to end up being let down by whatever this surprise is supposed to be. But we've seen this now happen a couple of times, so I'm not even.
I swear to God, if it's Brie Bella, I swear to God.
No, I feel like there shouldn't be a reason for that to happen. So
there shouldn't, but this is like, if it is, I'll be even more upset because then you really wasted a spot that could have been used for anyone else.
Yeah, because I don't even know with her showing up. I don't think they have specifically said, if she's like full-time back or if it's just
you would
part-time.
Think if you had the Bella like both Bellas at the Royal Rumble, okay, the immediate reaction, the one thing that they've never had, tag team gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as like Nikki Bella never had tag team gold. Or and Brie has just never been a champion, so at all. So it is what it is.
Yeah, so we will find out literally just over a week. Now I want to shift gears, talk a little bit about AEW, specifically Grand Slam, that have passed this past week. Because I want to talk about Wheeler Yuta, and we have had numerous conversations about Wheeler Yuta. He's good. He's great at what he does. He's been champ. He's been pure champion. He's done some amazing things. But at the end of the day, this dude is always the one that is going to take an L and take a pin from somebody every single time. Funny enough, when they had announced the match that him, Marina Shafir versus Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy were going to be in, and it was, and when the stipulation was added that the loser, whoever gets pinned, is getting their hair cut off. I literally looked and I was just like, this dude Wheeler Yuta is cutting his hair off. Now maybe he just decided it was time to let it go and was like, let's just put the stipulation in. But anytime now that Wheeler Yuta is involved in a match, it's just like always. It's like he's gonna take the L.
Always.
He's had some good moments within AEW, but he's always taking the L.
But to be fair, like Claudio's already bald. Moxie's already shaved his head. Definitely, we're not getting Neville. We're not getting Neville Pack, so that's not happening. So it can only be him because the dead. Look here. You're not about to shave Roderick Strong's wife's head. That's not happening. So, like, process of elimination, you're eating this W. So it is what it is. And it's not like this isn't the first time like we've ever we haven't seen him with short hair before or no hair. So it's just a full cycle moment. It's like, okay, he's been winning a little too much lately. All right, take this W. Reset.
It's like a complete reset. And I don't know how to feel. Like, I do think, like, clearly Yuta is he's a team player. But it's like, geez, dude, like, every time now that I see you in a match, it's just like, oh, you taking the L. Every single time. Like, we've had this discussion numerous times about him taking these L's. I don't know how I feel. I like Wheeler Yuta. I have no issues with Wheeler Yuta. I know with the whole Death Rider thing, I know we've been getting a little bored with it. It really hasn't gone anywhere. At one point,
It's weird. Like, they're in a weird space because even though that they were heels, now they're kind of baby faces now. Because it's like he was going to leave and not get his haircut, and Moxley was just like, "No, go back in the ring to get your haircut." Like, it's just weird. It's like they're in a weird spot. Like, I feel like the creative has lost direction for that group. It's like with House of Black when like they got lost in like that trios, that kind of group shuffle. They kind of got lost. And I feel like that's where Death Riders are right now. It's not like they don't have like leadership, but it's just like creatively that they need to like do something else.
So, yeah, I don't know what it is. I do. Maybe it's time that the Death Riders take a little bit of a break. Like when they were doing that whole in the beginning of like the whole like takeover AEW thing in the beginning, I was like, okay, let's see what happens and rock with this. And for a moment, I was like, okay, I'm good with this. But now it's just, I don't know. I feel like the Death Riders have just gotten stale. And the whole them being like in this weird spot of being babyface, still being heels, like it just like you said, it's weird. It's weird. Clearly, right now, you're taking on Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy. You're clearly in full heel mode right now because the two of them are absolute faces at this point. But what purpose does it serve for Wheeler Yuta being the loser every single time, other than the fact that he can just take an L and it just does not change anything about what he is? He's one of the only person right now. I won't say the only person, but one of the few that can take those L's and it just doesn't change anything about the way that he is. And I don't see him anytime soon being in the contendership for the AEW World Championship. Maybe the TNT at some point, but I feel like probably a little ways off from that. I don't know. Like where are you at on Wheeler Yuta?
I mean, if there was a ranking system, it would matter, but since there's no ranking system, it doesn't matter. And this is one of those points of like AEW kind of lost that whole like this is where the best wrestle. This is where
Mm-hmm.
the elite wrestle, and if they actually use their ranking system like thoroughly, it's like okay, put actual statistics up,
Mm-hmm.
then okay, those losses would matter. But since there isn't, and they're kind of in like a E, like early E stages
Mm-hmm.
of like booking, it just shows that Wheeler Yuta can take the pin and the group doesn't really suffer. It just okay, it's more of like a group reset. Every time he's in a group or whatever and he takes the pin,
Mm-hmm.
group reset. So this is like one of like maybe it's like okay, maybe they're about to break up sort of thing, or maybe like they're about to be put on the shelf, or maybe he's about to take time off. Maybe that's what
Mm-hmm.
they're going to do. So it could be a numerous thing. So it could just be like okay, he's getting his head shaved. Maybe he's just going to take some time off, maybe like 2 weeks or a week or whatever, heal up a bit, and then get back to performing.
Yeah, could be. Cause I mean, obviously we're on the way. We're looks like we're getting Will Ospreay pretty soon with all the vignettes that he's been. You know, we knew he was out. He had that neck injury, so it's gonna be good to see Ospreay be able to come back and hopefully be fresh, ready to go. Um, this past week we did see Kenny Omega take on um,
Swerve.
Swerve, and now we have full heel Swerve back because he cheated to win the match between the two of them and ended up attacking Kenny Omega afterwards. Um, at one point, this match I believe was supposed to be at their next pay-per-view, but because of Kenny Omega's commitments to other things, especially I know at least one thing that's in Japan, they weren't able to do that. We ended up getting that match now, which by all means is a good thing. Like Swerve versus Kenny Omega is it's a solid match.
Yep.
But now we're back to having heel Swerve. I'm not mad. I like Swerve's characters on both sides of the playing field, and maybe with him being heel right now, I think we get to see one more Adam Page versus Swerve thing come around. Just now we're in the flip
Back
side
to the
of what it
beginning.
was.
Back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Of
he
where
was
things.
heel and he was face and his whole redemption and everything, and so it's just like it will be like an even more complete circle on that
Mm-hmm.
front.
But yeah, I'm interested to see. Like Wheeler has just become a. This is a weird spot, but I'm eager to see if they end up using him as being. I don't want to say one of the pillars, but I feel like he's in one of those spots where they could definitely end up using him a lot more. But obviously, I think we're still in the same like MJF is core pillar. Tony Storm is still going to be there. They could
Orange.
strap Orange Cassidy at this point. I feel like has a lot of potential to still be utilized in there. And who did we say is the fourth? Like I don't even remember who.
I think the fourth was up for
Swerve.
debate.
I think we
So
said
yeah, Swerve
I think we landed on Swerve
from that group. Yeah, Swerve would be a pillar.
that we can
Now he
do.
would be 100% be a pillar. It was like
Mm-hmm.
more so uh shaky on it. Now it's like he's a solid pillar.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously Will Ospreay can be a support. Like I don't know how much longer I think we're gonna have Will as a full time AEW. There's a part of me like we know he said he was gonna go back to New Japan to help rebuild the United Kingdom, um, or United Empire. I just don't know how long of a process that would be. Like I feel like for him to truly be able to help rebuild that faction to what it once was, that's going to take some super time and dedication. And right now New Japan probably needs that kind of help with the powers that they're losing. Like, and I know we hate like there is no more Bullet Club. Bullet Club for right now is no more in New Japan. We've had the last faction of them disband.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Trying to think. Chaos, I think, is almost gone, if not almost diminished, with the last batch of folks who have left.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, Lij is completely gone. Tetsuya Naito and a couple of them are in Pro Wrestling Noah now. Uh, they don't have a lot of those structures that they used to have, which is kind of weird because all of these factions have been like decades
Mm-hmm.
long type of things, and they're trying to do some, obviously, some rebuilding, some rebranding. Like we have version 4 of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship back now, which arguably is probably the best design that they had before combining the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championships. I'm happy that they split those back up. What it seems like, um, everybody that did win the IWGP World Heavyweight Champions have now officially been recognized as number IWGP champions now. So I think we're going to start to see a little bit of a rework there, especially if they do reintroduce the actual Intercontinental Championship as well too. But I don't know how they're going to be able to sustain it as much now with everyone that's been leaving. But obviously they've been having the up and comers stepping up, so I think they're in a good spot there. But yeah, that's really the only thing I really had. I don't know if you got anything else that you want to wrap on, but the chamber has been the biggest thing. The Wheeler Yuta thing I thought was pretty funny with some AEW stuff. But anything else you got on your plate?
Um, I just want to say that shout outs to all those independents overseas, uh, uploading their matches and like getting these new up and comers names out there and all on all platforms, whether it be TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, like whatever. Just continue doing what you're doing because um I saw this one guy, Sosa, dude dude is basically like Javon. Like the dude can hang. Like I would not be surprised if like uh WWE or AEW scoops him up. I would rather him go through the NXT process to
Mm-hmm.
fully develop because that guy has the makings of like a Kofi, like a not like Kofi's move set, but
Mm-hmm.
he'll have like that energy, and I feel like that would be like good. He'll be in a good spot there, and he doesn't have to stay in the E for long if he comes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can go and transition wherever else. But I definitely feel um, should he get picked up and get fully trained
Mm-hmm.
more, uh, it's going to be amazing. And his theme music is like I would say is up there with Trick Williams. It's up there with Cody,
Mm-hmm.
like Randy. Like it's a good, solid staple song. So they really, if I was E, I wouldn't have him change his name at all
Mm-hmm.
because the music is an instant. Like it's something so simple that the crowd can get behind, which is
Mm-hmm.
another thing. Like I feel like a lot of theme songs they don't have that crowd like participation factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, okay, the Undertaker, okay, quiet, silence, the donk, the gong's gonna get hit, and then that's when like, all right, you bust out the phones, lights or whatever. You had Bray Wyatt with the fireflies in the
Mm-hmm.
beginnings with their phones and everything and lighters, and then it became he has the whole world in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just need something organic for not only the US crowd, but that translates to other countries.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just everyone just keep looking at like these overseas promotions, and you never know, you may find a couple more gems to further increase your product.
Dig it. I dig it.
Oh,
With
and
that, I
one
think.
last thing, shout out to the inspiration for being all elite.
I love them so much. I would like to see them have. Listen, WWE needs once again more female tag teams, and they were the perfect embodiment of it. I would like to see them one day back in the E and be able to, if we can get more. But obviously,
Gotta
right now
happen.
everywhere else is probably better for women's tag team than WWE. So it is what
Yep.
it is. Um, but yeah, that's been your latest edition of the Finisher podcast. Let us know your thoughts. Obviously, Elimination Chamber is right here. Let us know your thoughts on what you think is coming up for it. Then also anything AEW related. I've got a love-hate relationship with AEW. I haven't been weekly on them once again, but let's see if we can change some things up. But let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure hit up loadedsnacks.com. We're getting ready to start our con journey back up. We're about to hit BlurCon literally within a few weeks, and then literally the week after BlurCon, we'll be at AwesomeCon. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming over the next couple of weeks. You're going to see me, like, for those that are also interested, Ripping with Jokes is continuing. So I'm out here ripping Pokemon cards, seeing if we can get some good stuff. Make sure you check that out. Let me know what you think of it, because you want some changes and things like that. You know how we like to evolve stuff. So take a look at that. But other than that, I think we're good to wrap things up. For the homie Marcus, this has been your boy Jokes. This has been episode 35 of the Finisher podcast. We will catch you on the next go around. Marcus, if you can, let the folks know what they need to hear.
Sure, of course. Just because your back is against the ropes does not mean you can't move forward. And with that, we're out. Toodles and loos.
Loading snacks.